It's a constant debate on YouTube and TikTok as to whether or not a customer should have to tip before their delivery. And while people may never reach a verdict, I think everyone can agree that a company paying $2.25 for someone to drive 20 miles is a bit ridiculous.
Let's play Who's Not Getting Their Food Today. Part 1.
Add them all up and you'd have something, aka do the job. Bitch, if you're taking these, the only thing you can afford is a cardboard box. Regardless, when I find myself in a comment section of a TikTok video, which at that point I'm already long gone, the most common argument I see of people not tipping before delivery is that they tip in cash after they receive their service. I did a video on this channel in March of this year where I took over 200 orders in a row, and of those 200 orders, about 30 of them did not tip in the app before delivery, and of those 30 people who did not tip, 3 gave me cash after the fact. That sounds just about like the same odds of maybe making money while you're gambling drunk. Maybe that's why people take these orders, because they will both leave you coming home unsatisfied and broke. But this was over 6 months ago, and maybe times have changed, and since COVID is over, maybe more people are willing to give money in cash. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I started my DoorDash app and only took the orders that I knew that had no upfront tip. Financial suicide, I know. Never did I think I would be specifically searching for orders with no tip, but here we are. Alrighty, first $2.25 offer is Arby's. It did take quite a bit to get here, but I suppose that's a good thing, so let's get in there. We got the GoPro for this, baby. We gotta see it all in action. Alright, I think I'm here. I think it's this truck stop. I'm not really sure, or this really shitty motel. Let's see. Yeah, it's this sketchy ass freaking probably $20 a night motel. Yay. Can we get a W in the comments, boys? Alright, the first order, it was contactless, so no cash tip there. And sure enough, I got paid the $2.25 and that was it. What about the second order? It was also leave at the door. That's pretty cool. Okay, but the third order, they have to tip in cash. I mean, they wanted their order handed to them. So I'm just gonna provide good service and, you know, hope that they appreciate me delivering their Chipotle. All right, this third order right here is a handed to me, so I have a lot higher of a chance of getting a cash tip, but let's see how it turns out. Honestly, I'm not expecting much.
What's the name?
All right, thank you, you too. Alrighty, and we got the order right here. Luckily, it was a super fast pickup. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that maybe the order was sitting there for a while. Let's go see. You think my smiling face will give me a cash tip? The GPS took me here to Subway, but the address in the app does not match the address for Subway or any of the surrounding buildings. So let's see what our customer says. No answer on the phone. That's pretty cool. There is no way. So I told this support agent, I'm like, I'm here, but the building doesn't match up. And she freaking just sent me back a Google Maps link to the address. Like, yeah, you think I didn't already try that? I told her what was going on. She said, no issue. Let me call the customer. Well, good luck. Good freaking luck. All right, I'm just about to go and try this Subway anyways. Hi, did anyone order DoorDash here? Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Yeah, it had 4 address on there, so I was confused. This is...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, but usually they do tip in cash after, you know, that's what everyone says. As you can tell from that experience, that's exactly how that just went. You know, I think that was really worth 20, 30 minutes of my time. Fucking man, I cannot believe that. Well, that was weird. I didn't expect that outcome. That's the biggest issue, is most customers put in their instructions that they want a contactless delivery, which defeats the whole agenda people push on TikTok that you're going to get a cash tip if you provide good service. I mean, who's gonna leave me a tip? Like the roaches crawling out of your apartment? I'm just a little bit confused. Sorry, I had to take an intermittent break here. I'm not sponsored. I mean, if Coke sponsored me, that would be like the most badass thing in the world. My parents came and visited me yesterday, and I had them try Coke Zero Sugar Vanilla. I think it's good, but they weren't fans. In fact, it like fucked with their stomach. I don't know. If anyone from Coca-Cola is watching me, you're more than welcome to sponsor. So if you're interested, let me know. Another common argument that I see of people justifying not tipping before a delivery is that they pay a ridiculous amount of money to DoorDash in the first place for all the delivery fees, and it's expected that if you spend $10 to $12 on delivery fees, that the majority of that should go to the driver, therefore the tip's not really required. And while I do agree with that, and honestly, I'm not a big fan of tipping culture, I don't like it. Nowadays, it can sort of be used as like a guilt thing. Like there's so many industries that require tips now. It's not just your delivery drivers and your waitresses. Now it could be the person who gives you your golf clubs at mini golf, hairdressers, doctors. I don't even know. It is a little bit ridiculous now. But guess what? Everybody is selfish. It's just in our nature. DoorDash drivers just want to be paid fairly. They want to make good money while they're working. Customers don't want to spend $25 on a Whopper. We really live in a society. But DoorDash is a luxury service. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You basically sit at home and food spawns at your door. It's going to cost more than picking up the food yourself. So if you're short on money and you can't afford to tip your driver, you shouldn't be ordering in the first place. Like, not to go all Dave Ramsey on you, but you should be eating rice and beans. Well, how much are these delivery fees, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked because I have all the numbers right here. So let's just say you're ordering one meal for yourself. You go onto the McDonald's app, you're gonna order it to pick it up yourself. A large Big Mac meal just by itself is $9.09 through McDonald's. Now, if you were to order that exact same thing but through DoorDash, it would cost you $13.40 or a 47% increase. This is including free delivery. Now, I don't have the Dash Pass. I don't know how often DoorDash offers free delivery or if that's always a thing with McDonald's. Let's even throw that delivery fee back on there, assuming maybe it's a different restaurant, which would put you at $16.39. So you're paying over $7 in delivery fees and upcharge from DoorDash. Now, let's say you throw on a $4 tip for your driver. You know, you live a few miles away. That would put your total at $20.39. Is that a lot for a single meal delivery? Yes, of course it is. I wouldn't pay that much for a shit Mac, but I could tell you if I was trying to save money and I didn't want to spend that much, I wouldn't just order it anyways and stiff the driver and save the $4. I would just go and pick it up myself, or better yet, I just wouldn't eat McDonald's. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people are terrible with money and they really, really want that $9 Big Mac meal for $16, but they are not willing to throw any more money at the driver. So they'll spend the $16, not the $20. DoorDash pockets almost all of those fees. The driver is offered $2 to drive a few miles to bring you your order. And I know everyone hates hearing this, but Dashers are independent contractors. Drivers want to make decent money, but can't do that in taking orders that don't have an upfront tip. As I've proved many times in the past, and I proved today, that taking orders with no upfront tip almost always means that there's no tip at all. I was as fast as possible. I communicated with all of my customers, and I did everything I could to be a nice driver, but it doesn't matter. Some people just will not tip. You maybe have a 10% chance, but that is definitely not worth the risk. Especially if you could be waiting 15 to 20 minutes at the restaurant just to get the order, just to deliver it for $2. It's just ridiculous. If you guys see any comment on a TikTok video that says, well, we tip in cash, I would link them this video because I've done over 4,200 deliveries on DoorDash, and of those 4,200, I've probably had a tip added after delivery maybe 2 or 3 times. DoorDash is the middleman that's charging the customer, $5 to $10, sometimes even more, to turn around and pay the driver a fifth of that. And they also expect the customer to pay the driver's wage. Customers understandably don't want to be responsible for paying the customer's wage, and drivers don't want to make peanuts. All roads lead to blaming DoorDash. They can't charge customers any more than they already do to pay the drivers more because they already charge a ridiculous amount of fees, and they would lose a lot of customers to their competitors, and they don't want to cut into their already slim profit margins to pay drivers more when a customer doesn't tip. And so there's about a 1% chance that anything ever changes. When a company gets a ridiculous amount of market share like DoorDash has over all these other food delivery companies, there's not really a reason to change. Competition seems to be the only thing that drives change. And there's not much competition because Uber Eats and Grubhub combined don't even come close to the amount of volume that DoorDash has. So instead of fixing the fundamentals that affect driver pay and customer wait times, they just continue to hire more and more Dashers that are inexperienced. I believe we're up to over 3 million now, and introducing new programs like the high-paying order programs that incentivizes drivers to take more orders, hoping that they can convince and take advantage of these people so that DoorDash can keep their profit high.